Hello and welcome in our presentation on doing business in Ghana.
First off, the political landscape. The current president is Nana Akufo-Addo and the vice president is Mahamudu Bawumia. Akufo-Addo is actually continuing his father's legacy, Edward, who served as the president of Ghana for 2 years back in 1970. He was also part of the Big Six, which are the founding fathers of Ghana, and they fought incredibly hard for the independence of their country with their political party, the United Gold Coast Convention. The current president is also part of the New Patriotic Party, and on the opposite of that, we have the National Democratic Congress. Ghana is a democracy with a multi-party system, and that means there are periodic elections and peaceful transitions of power. The New Patriotic Party takes a center-right political position, and it's all about liberal conservatism as well. Moving on to the geographical landscape. Ghana is located in West Africa and has land borders with 3 countries, Togo, Burkina Faso, and Ivory Coast. It is as well situated along the Gulf of Guinea, which is incredibly essential for the economy of the country. Why? There are many oil resources in this area, and that is obviously beneficial for the economy of Ghana. There are 4 regions of low plains or flatlands in Ghana. We have coastal savanna, Accra Plains, Volta Delta, and the Akan lowlands. The Accra Plains are situated east of Accra, which is the capital of the country, and this area is used for cultivation because of its muddy nature. Then we have Volta Delta. This area is known for its magnificent scenic views. We also have Lake Volta there, which is the largest artificial lake in the whole world. And Volta Basins, this region covers 45% of the whole country's land. Then the Akan lowlands. This is the biggest region. This is the biggest regions of all the low plains in Ghana, and it is mostly used for production of food and of cacao. Also, diamond production is very important in this area. Why? This area is incredibly rich of minerals. We have 4 rivers in the basins of this area: the Ankobra River, the Pra River, the Tano River, and Dansu River as well. These also play a vital role to the economy. Now, the socioeconomic landscape. Starting off with demography. Ghana has a big young population, which also means that there's a cheaper workforce. And this is incredibly enticing for investors. It will attract as well a lot of investors, and that is definitely beneficial for the economy. The education system in Ghana has significantly improved over the last couple of decades. One of the key goals of the country is to eliminate illiteracy. And so far, they have been succeeding, which is obviously very positive. The Ministry of Education has played a really big role in this whole progress. Their mission is to provide good quality education and to build a highly educated and skilled nation.
In Ghana, there are 3 company types: sole proprietorship, that means that an individual owns the company; partnership, you can have up to 20 partners; and company is when you want to separate your personal assets from your business assets.
The tax is determined each year by the Ghana Revenue Authority, and they determine it by the income on the resident and the non-resident. The amount of tax you pay depends on the sector and location within the country where your company is in. The normal tax rate is around 25%. In the mining sector, it's 35%, and if you are in the hotel industry, then you only have to pay 22% of tax. So it really depends on the sector you work in.
62.2% of the people are working in Ghana. Those are the people from age 15 to older. The World Bank thinks that the poverty rate is going to continue to worsen between now and 2025. And on the graph we see the employment rate from 1999 to 2022. In 2022, the employment rate was 3.87%. There are three sectors to target in Ghana. Agriculture, they are one of the largest cacao producers in the world. The mining sector, it attracts a lot of investors and it's the largest tax-paying sector. And the ICT sector, now it values around $1 billion, but it's a growing economy and they think it will value around $5 billion in 2030.
Cultural understanding is of paramount for effective communication and collaboration. Our focus is on Ghana and Belgium, exploring their cultural landscapes through Hofstede's model. On this slide, we see the graph we used to compare these two countries. Starting off with power distance, both Ghana and Belgium exhibit similar scores, emphasizing the importance of hierarchy in Ghana. To navigate business dealings effectively in Ghana, acknowledging and respecting this hierarchy is important. Individualism. Ghana leans towards collectivism, prioritizing strong familial and communal ties. Loyalty, harmony, and group allegiance shape decision-making, reflecting a deep interconnectedness where relationships hold immense value. In contrast, Belgium tilts more towards individualism and emphasizing personal goals over group interests. MTAC, or Motivation Towards Achievement and Success, Ghana values quality of life and consensus. Work-life balance, equity, and participative decision-making are important. The focus isn't only on professional success but also on personal well-being and harmony within the workplace. Uncertainty avoidance. Ghana showcases a moderate score indicating a preference for structured beliefs and behavior, exhibiting a resistance to innovation at times. Ghanaian society values security, rules, and precision, potentially hindering adaptation to uncertain situations. Moving to long-term orientation, with a low score indicative of a normative thinking, Ghana values traditional beliefs and absolute truth, suggesting a preference for established norms over flexibility and change. Lastly, indulgence. Ghana embraces indulgence, valuing pleasure, enjoyment, and free expression of desires. This contrasts with Belgium, which also displays indulgent characteristics, but to a lesser extent. Beyond these dimensions, Ghana's cultural heritage is a tapestry of ethnic diversity, vibrant festivals, exquisite craftsmanship, and rich culinary tradition, featuring staples like fufu and jollof or jollof rice. Religious diversity and historical landmarks like Cape Coast Castle and Kumasi reflect Ghana's past, while oral traditions and literature continue to preserve its cultural
This country's
essence.
vibrant culture and rich history offer a unique backdrop for international business, and understanding these aspects is key to our success. First of all, let's talk about why local culture matters so much in business. In Ghana, the cultural tapestry deeply influences how business is done. It's not just about transactions, it's about understanding the people and their heritage. This awareness is a game changer in building successful business relationships. Now, let's dive into language and communication. While English is widely spoken, it's the details that count the most. Ghanaians usually communicate indirectly, especially in sensitive situations. They often use proverbs, analogies, and sometimes silence to share their thoughts respectfully. It's more about reading between the lines and respecting the unspoken word. Hierarchy is deeply valued in Ghanaian business culture. Respect is given based on age, experience, and position. It's crucial to address people correctly using their titles and to start conversations formally. The respect sets the tone for how business relationships evolve. When it comes to meetings, patience and respect are your best friends, especially with government officials. Dressing appropriately is key. Think, for example, of British standards of formal attire. Meetings usually start with light-hearted chats before getting down to business. And don't be surprised by interruptions like answering the phone during the meeting. It's all part of the relationship-oriented nature of Ghanaian business culture. In Ghana, business is personal. Building trust and strong connections is crucial. You need to treat your business partners like family and don't underestimate the power of a good laugh. When giving feedback, remember, be gentle as much as possible, because the direct criticism is not the norm here. So, in summary, if you want to thrive in Ghana's business world, remember these pointers. Embrace indirect communication, show respect for hierarchy, be patient, dress to impress, navigate meetings with personal touch, give feedback kindly, and most importantly, build genuine connections. These steps are more than just business tactics. They're the foundation of meaningful and successful partnerships.
In navigating business deals in Ghana, understanding the vibrant economic climate, cultural nuances, and negotiating dynamics is crucial for success. Ghana offers abundant possibilities and challenges for both local and foreign businessmen. Negotiating agreements demands a deep awareness of the country's cultural and commercial traits, blending traditional beliefs with modern methods. In Ghana corporate culture, relationship holds an immense importance. Establishing solid business connection involves understanding people personally, prioritizing personal relationships over immediate professional objectives. Ghanaians value hospitality, communal relationships, and personal connections, laying the groundwork for effective negotiations based on trust and ties. Communication details, such as indirect styles and active listening, play an important role in fostering relationships and trust. These are critical tools in Ghana's thriving commercial sector for establishing viable relations. Negotiating in Ghana extends beyond financial aspects, encompassing societal, political, and cultural impacts. Successful negotiation involves throughout preparation, conflict resolution, and reaching advantageous agreements for all involved parties. Understanding the legal and regulatory framework in Ghana is very essential. Foreign enterprises must comply with local laws and engage professional legal counsel proficient in Ghanaian business law to navigate contractual terms and alternative conflict resolution processes. And now some key tips for successful negotiation in Ghana. First, you have to do thorough background research about the company or the person you're doing business with. Then, building a personal relationship with that company or person to have a long-lasting connection. Also, you have to be clear about your objectives and goals so you don't waste any time or anyone's time. And maintaining composure and staying calm during talks is also very essential and important. And lastly, engaging in casual conversations to establish trust. This also helps to have a long-lasting and strong relationships. All these tips and tricks enhances the chances of negotiating favorable deals in Ghana business landscape.
There are European and Belgian companies in Ghana as well. Here I have listed 4. The first one is Belgium Ghana Business Council. This is an international organization. And then we have 3 European companies, Total Energies, Guinness, and Unilever.
Thank you for listening.